good to see you too. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Be Thankful month. Hello, I'm Lynn Wells. Welcome to my home. Today I'm going to be making a lima bean and asparagus casserole that dates back all the way to my husband's grandmother, with the recipe right from her recipe box with a little gravy and Crisco stains on it. This is my favorite time of year, a time that we can get together with family and friends and loved ones and just gather around with all the favorite recipes from the past. And who doesn't love to dig into a hot, bubbling casserole? For the cream sauce, I'm adding a half a cup of unsalted butter to a saucepan, and I'm going to whisk that around until it melts. Once the butter melts, I'm going to gradually add in 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and stir that around, and I'm going to keep stirring until the flour and the butter blend together before I add the 2 cups of whole milk. I'm going to whisk that together, and then I'm going to add 1 cube of chicken bouillon. So while I'm whisking the cream sauce, I'm going to do a taste test, which is always important to do throughout the recipe because later we're going to add salt and pepper to taste. So I need to know where I'm at as a base layer before I add any more salt and pepper. That's really good. So now I'm going to set the cream sauce over to the side, just remove it from the heat. I'm just going to set it right there, and I'm going to switch over to a skillet to cook the asparagus. But first, I'm going to cut the asparagus into 1-inch pieces. This is one of the steps that I've changed for a newer, more updated version of the recipe. My husband's grandmother, she would use a pre-cooked jarred asparagus, which was very soft, and it had lost some of that beautiful green hue that I love in fresh asparagus. Now I'm going to grab my skillet and melt a tablespoon of butter for the asparagus. Okay, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes that I'm going to sample a little piece of the spear to see. I'm looking for just a little bit of crunchiness in it. Really perfect. So I'm going to turn my heat off, and now I'm going to add the asparagus in a bowl with the pre-cooked lima beans and my previously sauteed mushrooms and water chestnuts. I'm going to just give this a toss to make sure all the vegetables are combined before we start layering everything in the casserole dish. So I've got my casserole dish, and you don't need to butter this or anything. It's all set. I'm going to pick up the vegetables and put just a thin layer on the very bottom, and then follow that with the cream sauce, and then just keep repeating until I finish with a top layer of cream sauce. So I've got everything layered, and I'm going to put this in the oven of 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and then we'll top it with the fried onions. So we'll give it about 10 more minutes in the oven, and then it'll be ready to set up before our guests arrive. Well, I've made a quick change, and I think the guests are here. So it's time to get the party started. Hey, sister! Hey, family here. Ooh, good to see you too. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Hey. Oh my gosh.
All right. So what do we got here?
So the casserole is Chip's grandmother's recipe. It's called lima bean and asparagus casserole, and it's her casserole dish. So it's made it through a lot of moves and packing and so forth. So gravy at our house was like its own side dish, right, Mary Claire?
We call it Southern wine.
Thank you for joining us. It's been another successful Our State Supper Club. For more recipes like this, visit ourstate.com. You can also subscribe to Our State magazine to get recipes like this delivered straight to your door. This video is sponsored by Contura.